My name is Denise Selk, and this is my husband,
Charles
Selk, and we are a family-owned business. Our company is called Coco, and we are a wholesale manufacturer for making cookies and just recently chocolates here on Guam. Our operation is here in small sleepy village of Inarajan. So anyway, my husband decided, since he liked my cookies so much, why don't we start selling it? Because other companies were already selling it, and he said, well, I think your cookies are better. You make such good cookies, and that's when he decided that you really should get into the cookie business. And my friends that I was giving gifts to started buying them for their offices so they could give out to business associates and friends and things. So we started in the mom and pop stores around the island, and it probably took maybe about a year of research and development, trying different sizes of cookies, different flavors of cookies, and selling it to people, giving it to friends. And we even sent some for testing off island to Japan to see what our major market would like. Right now we have one flavor. What we want to do is get several flavors out there in the market, and we would love to be able to open a chocolate shop where you can walk in, like, you know, the Godiva shop or Mrs. C's candy shop, and see all different kinds of candies and chocolates. And that's what we'd like to do in the long term. We were trying to figure out something, an identity for our product. We're trying to think of something very islandy. We decided, well, we're going to have the little duendes that are working hard in the jungles, and they're collecting coconuts, and they're collecting all the little things to bake all the little cookies and nuts, and so that's why, if you notice on our packaging, we have a burlap. And in the old days, when people used to go into the jungles, they used everything. When flour and rice and everything came to Guam, I think it was post-war or pre-war, everything came in gunny sacks. And you see people coming out of the boonies with pugwa, you know, betel nut and everything, mangoes, and they've got these burlap gunny sacks on their back. We had a friend who worked at the Pacific Daily News, and he had drawn us little duendes. My husband wanted to do little duendes. So we sat down and we had a family meeting with our children, our daughters and our son, and we said, you know, they were in high school at the time. We said, well, we got this cute little guy. What do we name him? What would be a good name? You know, short and cute, and would bring a lot of attention. And our son said, how about Coco? And we started laughing. We said, why Coco? He says, well, you know, Coco sounds like coconut. It can be cocoa, you know, like in chocolate chips. And he said, why Joe? He goes, everybody on Guam's named Joe. So we thought Coco, and that kind of stuck, and that's how we came up with the name. The biggest and most exciting day for us is when we got into the ABC stores, because that meant everything else would fall into suit. And then we decided, well, we're going to need some help, because we need to augment our operations. And that's when we decided we need to get a small business loan. And I needed help with writing a business plan, so I started going to the classes at the SBDC, and I started learning there what to expect, what the financial institutions would expect to see. The SBDC provided templates. I didn't have to recreate all these financial statements. It was great, just plug in my numbers and it was automatically there. It was beautiful. I guess our biggest obstacle for us to really propel the business forward and get higher sales was trying to break into the tourism market. So we just did things kind of all manually until we got all the nice fancy machines. We worked really hard on the quality, increasing quality control, and then things kind of fell into suit after that. And then when we got our first business loan, we were able to improve our packaging. What we're working really hard at doing is pushing exporting. We've already gotten into the Japanese market, and with the help of and guidance of SBDC. our counselor, Jerry Crawford, and he has been very instrumental in giving us very good advice.
I'm Jerry Crawford with the Small Business Development Center here on Guam with Charles Selk and Coco Joe's Cookies in the lovely village of Inarajan. And as a SBDC consultant, it's been a real pleasure to work with Charles and his company, because they're what I call a mature business looking for expansion and development opportunities. The skills that Charles already had, and then the experience that I had in the business world, was just putting the ingredients together to make a better product. And one of the nicer things about working with you, Charles, was how you always had the information that I asked for. You came to me with the emails when things were a challenge, and we communicated instantly on things like that. And as a result, I think we've made some good progress towards the export side of the company, and where the future lies for you.
I believe so, and I think it's been a good partnership, and we've certainly appreciated your advice and feedback whenever we ask for it, and sometimes when we don't.
Mm-hmm. Well, the advantage I see here is it's like you get a part-time free employee.
Right. Through
the Small Business Development Center. Others like myself were able to engage in confidential conversations to help you feel like you have an ally that has maybe some experience in an area that you haven't had experience yet.
Well, I know we couldn't afford somebody of your caliber on staff or even as a consultant, so it's been a blessing for us.
Oh, good. I feel the same way. Well, thank you very much, and continue great success.
We'd been thinking for some time about exporting to Japan, but the problem is finding somebody to export to. And we just happened to get lucky there in opened the email one day, and there was an email from a Japanese company saying we're an importer of foreign products into Japan. We would like to, we tried your cookies, we love them, we want to bring them into Japan. So I started working with a lady there, sent them samples of what we have so they could try different ones.
Also, what's very important is research. Do a lot of research and do market testing if you are able to with your product, because then you'll be able to refine it to the taste of your target market, or else, you know, after expending lots of money and then you find out it's a flop, then it costs too much to have to fix it up.
Well, a good example is we were looking for a new flavor. I think it's after we'd already done the chocolate chip and the coconut macadamia cookie. We wanted a third flavor. So, and we talked about it, and one of the flavors we thought about was a ginger cookie, and we both loved ginger snaps, and we were all excited, and we sent 3 flavors off to Japan, and they hated the ginger. They said it tastes like medicine to them.
Because we put, you know, our ginger snaps have cloves and cinnamon and nutmeg and things that we're used to, but cloves to them smells like tiger balm. Do you know how the tiger balm medicine? So if we come out with a ginger cookie, it can't have all those strong spices that we're used to, because I think the ginger snap original recipe is a German recipe. We're Coco Joe's of Inarajan, Guam's best cookies and chocolates. And we definitely do live out in the jungles with the duendes, as you can see all the jungles around us. And we make all different flavors cookies, from chocolate chips to coconut macadamia. We wholesale to all the retail stores that we possibly can on the island, and even into the military bases. Call us at 828-6444. And a lot of people call us too for, and party favors. People like party favors. So we can do that.
We love Coco Joe's!